Welcome back to the final video on the different kinds of tissue. As I mentioned in class, you have 4 different kinds of tissue types. You have epithelial, which was video 1, connective tissue, which connects all the different parts of your body. That was video 2. And in this video, we'll look at muscle tissue, the 3rd type, and nervous tissue, the 4th. Muscle tissue is found different places in the body, but you have 3 different kinds. The first kind here is called smooth. And the characteristics of that is that it contracts involuntarily. That means you cannot control its contraction. It does not have striations. Those are stripes, and that's why it's called smooth. And you find this in the walls of your stomach, uterus, intestines, bladder, arteries, veins, and eyes. The second kind is called cardiac. It contracts involuntarily like smooth. You cannot control your heart beating, but its cells are striated. They have stripes, and you can see those here on the picture. It's found in the heart muscle only, and it is activated by your brain telling it to heart to beat, or different hormones can control how fast or slowly it contracts. Your final type of muscle is called skeletal muscle. And this is the only muscle that you can control the contraction. It contracts voluntarily. You can make yourself stop or go with your skeletal muscles. They are striped like the cardiac, so they're striated. It is controlled by the nervous system. And these are found connected to bones of the skeleton. Remember that muscle tissue is what is movement. And so you have to, in order to move the bone, you have to have the muscle doing the movement. Plus, you have to have it connected to a bone to pull on to make you move. That is a quick glimpse of muscle tissue. The last one, nervous tissue, contains 2 kinds of cells. You have neurons and the neuroglia. The neuron is this one up here. It makes up about 10% of all nerve cells. So not a ton of these if you were to look at brain tissue in the microscope. And the function of that is to convert stimuli into nerve impulses. And then it will pass these impulses to other neurons, muscle fibers. These are connected to muscles to allow them to contract, or to glands to secrete their product, that substance we talked about in the last video. And these cells are unable to regenerate. They cannot make any more of themselves. So if you destroy them by things like using drugs or drinking too much alcohol, or if you're in an accident and destroy the brain tissue, you can't make any more of these neurons. The other type of cell is called a neuroglia. That neuro means nerve, and glia, root word, means glue. So it's this is the stuff that connects all of the neurons together. And it makes up 90% of all the nerves cells that are in your brain and spinal cord are this type of cell. They support and protect the neurons. They do not generate nerve impulses like the neurons do, but they can make more of themselves if they have been injured. Okay, that's the end of the tissue videos. This was a short one. I'm sure you appreciate that. And so again, these are the last 2 of the 4 types of tissues that we are studying in class.